And this slide brings us to the end of this module. So let's quickly wrap up what we kind of discussed. So we started off by talking about the Citrix vision of connecting a mobile work style, which essentially means that we're working a lot more mobile, a lot more remote, a lot more agile these days on smart devices, no longer just on PCs and Macs, but also on smart devices, smartphones, etc. So connecting that mobile warrior that we now are with cloud services. And cloud services is important because we're all used to the Google Drive, to the Google services, to the Google Docs, and we all like it. It's easy, it's quick. So the idea there is to take the existing client-server architecture that Citrix has with XenApp and XenDesktop and cloudifying that so that it looks more like Google Apps, right? So that's the idea behind it. At the same time, we want to take those products and cloudify them, but we also want to put cloud characteristics against them so that not only is it cloudified from a user perspective, but it's also cloudified from an administrator perspective. So all of the operational benefits that cloud brings to the users, it also brings to administrators in terms of elasticity, in terms of automatic provisioning and orchestration and automation. All of those components, Citrix is now building into that architecture. We then talked about Project Avalon, which is Citrix's way of implementing this change. It's Citrix's way of enabling Windows applications that were built for a PC era and mobilizing them so that they're a lot more mobile friendly. It's also Citrix's way of doing that cloudification, essentially, of XenDesktop. We talked about the fact that Project Avalon has two sub-projects. Project Excalibur, which is going to be the focus of our course, and Project Excalibur is essentially all about the unification of delivery services, pretty much XenApp and XenDesktop and others. And then Project Merlin. Project Merlin is all of those operational benefits that are going to bring that cloud architecture and characteristic to the Citrix world. We also dug into the FlexCast management architecture. We took a look at the two consoles that now allow you to manage the environment: Studio, which is for administrators, and Director, which is for help desk. And we went through just different analogies and what Project Excalibur kind of unifies in terms of profile management, in terms of edge site for monitoring, in terms of XenApp and XenDesktop. So we went through all of the different components that make it up, and finally we ended up at this slide here, which essentially highlights the terminology changes that are now being introduced. I hope this module was very informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.